In this video we will be replaying the presentation given at the 2023 Powerline Conference on October 11, 2023. This conference was beneficial for utility personnel at all levels who are involved with design, purchasing, installation, management and maintenance of electrical distribution and transmission systems. This presentation contains information on research conducted by NASA, U.S. Forest Products Lab and the National Wildlife Research Center, among others. We will discuss how negative ions extend the life of wood poles by stopping wood decay, reducing woodpecker activity and deterring rodents, insects, and snakes, all without the use of pesticides. This video shows how this is done. Case study: Ionic liquids, extending the life of treated wood utility poles. In the 1990s, the U.S. Forest Products Lab reported that the primary wood decay organism, responsible for the degradation of in-service wood, the brown rot fungi, cannot survive in a negative ion environment. The purpose of this presentation is to review how a unique combination of photocatalytic polymer, water, and high-frequency electromagnetic energy has been used to convert the moisture in the wood into ionic liquids inside the wood that has stopped the decay. Wood decay can occur anywhere on the pole. Decay organisms gain access to untreated wood through breaches in the wood's preservative layer, such as woodpecker holes, checks, cracks, etc. Let's take a closer look at the root cause of wood decay, and then we will show you some potential solutions you can hopefully use to solve this major problem with utility poles throughout the United States. The North American Wood Pole Council estimates that there are nearly 130 million wooden utility poles in service in North America. Because of wood rot decay, around 3 to 4 million of these poles are replaced every year, costing American utilities more than $3 billion a year. Wood decay is primarily caused by two living organisms, wood decay fungi and wood-eating bacteria. As we stated before, according to research published by the U.S. Forest Products Lab, wood decay fungi require a positive ion environment to survive. In other words, they cannot survive in a negative ion environment. Positive ions are a major contributor to wood pole decay. The question becomes, where do these positive ions come from? The answer: from the power line's electromagnetic fields. Let's explore how and why this happens. A positive ion field is caused by electron confusion that begins with electrons changing direction 120 times per second. Irregular phase shifts and line losses create an electron superhighway, or ion avalanche, that tears electrons away from surrounding molecules. The result: wood utility poles are positively charged. In the mid-1980s, a negative ion-based photocatalyst, cured structural polymer, was developed for use in structurally repairing damage done by woodpeckers to wooden power poles. Containing naturally occurring metal whiskers, this photocatalyst cured polymer has now been used for over 35 years to repair thousands of woodpecker holes, with no reports of wood decay continuing in the repaired pole sections. Now, let's see how this was done. First documented in World War II, metal whiskers are small metal hairs that grow on the surfaces of certain metal molecules, including tin, copper, and zinc, among others. According to NASA, at frequencies of 6 GHz and above, metal whiskers act like microantennas, harvesting and transmitting energy. The corona that forms at the tips of metal whiskers discharges free electrons and are captured by ecells and used to generate ionic liquid and plasma ionized water. Naturally occurring metal whiskers are a key component of the photocatalyst used in the e-cell process. Patented by Nikola Tesla in 1892 as an incandescent electric light, a plasma globe is a clear glass container filled with a mixture of various noble gases with a high-voltage electrode in the center of the container. As a voltage is applied to the electrode, electrons are released that generate plasma within the container. The ion streamers that are formed extend from the inner electrode to the outer glass insulator, can reach temperatures of thousands of degrees. In an inert gas, This gives the appearance of multiple beams of colored light. E-cell plasma generators are simply nano-sized plasma globes. Metal whiskers replace the Tesla coil. Aromatic essential oils, commercially known as sniffenstop, replaces the inert gas. These natural essential oils have been proven in controlled tests to reduce woodpecker, termite, insect, and rodent activity. Energy harvesting E-cell dielectric polymer replaces the glass. Examples of different size plasma generators include lightning, mega-scale, plasma globes, macro-scale, and E-cells, micro-scale. Different sizes but the same result. Now let's review what we have learned so far. It's the E-cells in the polymer that makes it so effective on stopping wood decay. We learned that E-cells are like little plasma globes generating negative ion streamers. Next question. How do the E-cells in the polymer get charged? E-cells get their energy from a variety of electromagnetic sources, including plasma from the heavens, communication satellites, cell towers, magnetic fields, and others. Now, let's take a closer look at the E-cell reaction with the water in the wood that makes this so effective. When charged E-cells come into contact with the moisture in the wood, they continuously generate dielectric barrier discharges from negative ion clusters that form with up to 20 to 30 water molecules. At frequencies of 6 GHz and above, this reaction converts the moisture in the wood to ionic liquid plasma ionized water. You may be wondering, how can these E-cells create the charges necessary to convert the water in the wood poles into ionized liquid? Well, it's all about the size and the amount of E-cells. How big are E-cells anyway? A human hair measures 80,000 to 100,000 nanometers in diameter. E-cells are 12 to 14 nanometers in diameter. More than 5,000 E-cells can fit across the diameter of a human hair. The more negatively charged particles, the greater the negative ion charge. Energy increases with the number of negatively charged essential oil particles that are forced into larger particles. These larger particles are encapsulated inside the E-cell polymer catalyst. The natural solution to the wood decay problem is the effective use of natural energy harvested from the 6 GHz satellite environment. The solution is the same for all pests, ranging in size from the smallest decay organisms to the largest mammals. In May 2020, the FCC authorized the unlicensed use of the 6 GHz band, known as Wi-Fi 6, to meet the rapidly increasing demands of the wireless industry and promote innovation and investment in new wireless unlicensed technologies. According to NASA, this is the same frequency used by E-cells to create ionic liquid and plasma ionized water. For more than 35 years, we have been providing solutions to utility companies and other commercial and residential customers. We hope you have enjoyed our presentation. We are excited about the future of wood rot prevention in utility poles, and the ability to stop woodpecker damage before it starts, in a safe way. Thank you and have a blessed day. If you would like more information on our products, contact us today and let us provide the solutions needed for your company.